Most philosophy students will start out with Last Days of Socrates. A classic straw man is all men are mortal, Socrates is a man, therefore Socrates is mortal. That is a syllogism that is clearly not well descriptive of what Socrates actually argued for. In Last Days of Socrates, which is an account of his last days, literally, and yet not completely accurate of his last days, literally. Historically speaking, the copies to the original are going to be quite well afterwards. Essentially, Socrates is accused of doing too much philosophy with the young minds of Greece. A group of accusers come along and he has to go to trial. So he argues for the existence of God and the immortality of the soul against his accusers. He gives moral arguments of many sorts. He has the opportunity to escape his condemnation, but he argues that for the polis, it is right to drink the poison, the hemlock. I completely disagree. So one argument for the soul is the indivisibility of thought. Well, invisibility of thought matters too. The indivisibility of thought, meaning one's thoughts cannot be fully reduced to a material thing. Even the neuroplasticity of your brain does not contain all your thoughts. Your thoughts can be in the neuroplasticity of your brain. Since even on idealist views, the brain would be a non-material material entity anyway, since idealists argue, which I agree with, that the physical body is a representation of oneself. How you choose to live, the animation of your body is a result of that. So if you choose to be an Epicurean, you may be Jabba the Hutt. Or if you choose the life of virtue of Hercules, then you would look like Hercules. And then in modern day philosophy, it's put, the soul is about something else, or when I'm speaking, I'm about something else than myself. So I'm more than just a thoughtless block of concrete, as some parties want to argue. Some parties have to isolate a thinking mind to try and make it think that it is a block of thoughtless concrete. But my mind can be about the things in my room, or the objects in my room. It can study the details of material things and get the particulars of the whole thing itself. That's more ontology. Actually more of a proof than just an induction for the soul. Those are not all of his arguments for the soul, but those are good summaries. A copy of Last Days of Socrates is around 200 pages. But that is the classic starter pack for philosophy. Towards the end, his one reason for drinking the hemlock is it's right for the polis. The duty to the polis, or, the society built on Greek philosophy. In spite of his manipulators and accusers, it is the objective right thing to do for the society that has been built on philosophy. To be a martyr for philosophy. Socrates is in his old days, and he is about to drink the hemlock. He has the opportunity not to leave, but he has a friend who gives him that opportunity. So he chooses not to leave, because of the duty to the polis, and because of his arguments for the immortality of the soul. Essentially, the book of Last Days of Socrates is getting at the importance of philosophy, in spite of those who do not do philosophy. Don't expect fools to be intimidated until they have to be wise.